circled a few things here. I started working on this page after I covered this book. I was so uninspired by the Get It Done title with all the green shiny arrows on it. I just didn't like it. And so I changed the cover. I added some paper. And I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what I want to do. I know that I want to make, I kind of wanted to do something with this. Let me see if I can cut this somewhat straight. I've got some little guidelines here. I just want just a little piece for a border. I really like that paper. I'm not even sure where it came from. And I want to put it on here. And it just might be too stiff and heavy. Let's see if I can get that on there. Even this was a little bit too stiff. So let's see if we can make this work. Don't like to go too close to the curve of the edge. Bring it down just a little bit. Just feel like playing. Don't really have an agenda. Don't know what I feel like making. But I feel like being in here and I feel like working. I feel like making some art. Today, I understand, is National Bathtub Party Day. So, I had to look that up to see what it was. And it was just designed to give up your shower and soak in a nice hot tub. And oh, that sounds so good. That is my thing. I do really love that. And if I could, that's exactly what I'd be doing today. But I don't know. Now, there's a lot of people really don't like a nice hot soak. Not sure why. But that would be something that I would really want to do. I've always had a regular, I think I just want a little bit of this for this side. when you tear paper, I don't like to see the edging of it. Oh, this is interesting. This is not... I like to see a torn edge, you know, the torn edge, but I don't like to see the extra white piece of it. So, you know what I would like? I want to make a little pocket. It needs to be a little farther away, over here. Oh, maybe I could use some of this instead and go in this direction. I did want this and this. What to do, what to do? Even more of this would be nice. I think that's what I want. A smaller piece of the map. Maybe some of that. I'm needing some pockets. Well, I did take pity on you and decided to, from this point on, go ahead and do a voiceover. It is just a slow process for me sometimes to start from scratch with some paper and some pictures and kind of assembling a few things that I think will look nice on a page, and then come together with it to something that's pleasing to the eye is my very first objective. But secondly, I like to have something that's somewhat practical that I can use and write in, and even leaving space to add things later that I come across that I think, oh, wouldn't this be nice in my little reading page. And then later on, then there's a space, there's room for more, and I think that's important. I know my voice is a little crazy because I've had this somewhat of a laryngitis. Not exactly, because I didn't really lose my voice completely, but it's just been off for the past week or so. So it is kind of hard to kind of chat. And Anyway, while I was working on this, I just got so involved, I just wasn't talking enough, and I thought I definitely need to do a voiceover. Anyway, just because I could tell I was taking a long time to put things together. So it just, once I got the music and the little boy and the map together, then I kind of had a focus. It all started to kind of come together for me there. At that point, it kind of gelled a little bit. And I don't know if you can see that the background color to the music is that real soft green. Now, this little picture was taken out of the Mom book, and it was one of the pages that I removed. And I tried to remove more of my favorite pages so that I could use them elsewhere. Anyway, that was the last video that I was preparing that book. I love how the map turned out. It was going to be a background, and it turned into a pocket, and I really like that. It's a nice wide pocket, too, so it'll hold several things. I like to always add just a little bit of aging to things. I just think it makes it warmer, more comfortable, like an old shoe. It's just like it's been there forever. I really love this paper. This paper, I believe it was sent. It was sent to me, but I'm not going to say who because I could be wrong. I knew at the time, and I do think that there's a video farther back where I show the paper. So it's recorded somewhere when I review. Everyone, I go back a lot of times when people comment on them later. I'll look at the video again, and I think remember who gave me what and how much I enjoy it. I like making little tags. This is another portion of the reading page. So I used part of the words here. Made a very nice phrase for the tag. Or I should say journaling card. Even though it's patterned on the back, it's still, you're still able to write on it. And the nice thing is it won't be like an easy read. It'll be like somebody will have to work to kind of read what you wrote, which is kind of nice. Now, I thought the tag was a little bit big. It didn't work out well as far as that goes. I couldn't put it over there. It had to go on this side. But later on, I tilted a little bit, and that really helped. It looks a little awkward the way it's sitting in there right now. Excuse me. I'm trying to work in those pink tickets, but I just didn't like the words, the coupon. Keep this coupon. I just didn't like that. I may like it for something else, but I didn't care for it here. So we'll see. as it turns out, I don't use the coupon side of it. I use the ticket side, which is kind of how I was thinking about it anyway, as a ticket. Now I use the rest of the quote inside this journaling card. So the writing, the little poem for this illustration is still here. It's just in different areas. I'm going to do a little journaling on the side here. I think it looks nice to have some writing on the page too. I haven't been doing that, but I think I'm going to do that a little bit more because I like how it looks. When you look at the page, it looks like the journal is being used. You realize it's a working journal, not just a one to look at. Faux stitching is done here in ink. I couldn't find my normal fountain pen that I like to use. It has a really nice fine point, but this is fine. This works. This works very well. Did a little doodling. And what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So I did a little faux stitching on this as well. One of these days I'm going to get myself a sewing machine or fix the one I have and actually do the stitching, because that's fun too. But you do what you can and you use what you have. And right now, the ink pen just will give the impression of stitching. And it works for me. I think I sound kind of quiet tonight too because it's late. I was up really early today and getting my Christmas cards out to the family. And I got up, I think, at 5 or 4:45. And I had started them the night before, but I really couldn't sleep because I didn't finish. And so I worked on them until, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9. And then got them all done and all addressed and stamped. And later on, I went back to bed. I was so tired. And I fell asleep and I slept really hard. And I had like a really crazy dream. And I thought, that's so odd that I would wake up and remember that dream. I must have woken up in the middle of it. I think that's what they say. If you wake up in the middle of a dream, you'll remember it. But anyway, I did sleep in pretty late, and so I'm still wide awake right now, and it's late at night. I love having this side pocket. I put that border in the middle because I couldn't put it on the side there because of the cupcake being in there, and it was really in there tight. And then when I did this, I pulled the cupcake up anyway, and made sure that it was holding down the bottom half of this side pocket. And I'm still looking for the right place for those tickets. It's not going to be there. So funny. You know, I just try this and try that. Not sure what I'm going to do. So sorry. I don't know that I can edit out the little coughs and things. Not on a voiceover. So you get what you get. You have to listen to my dry throat and my little coughing here and there, clearing of my throat. I'll be glad when I'm back to normal. Have my normal voice back. Now, this happened to be on my desk, and I slid that in, and I thought, oh, I love that. That's, of course, Betsy Doodle's postcard that she had sent me a while back. And I was just thrilled when I slipped it in there, and I thought, this is exactly right. It says make art. And I love the gold. So then I finally found the spot for the tickets. Just love the tickets. Now, it's all kind of come together to me about this little reading page. And I think, oh, you know, it's an art to read. It's an art in itself just to be able to read and visualize what you're reading. And it's like a song. It's like it just lifts you out. So the music and the postcard and the map, because reading takes you all over the world. It'll take you anywhere. And the ticket, all these things, it just kind of comes together, and I realized that's where I went with this. The joy of reading. Wasn't planned out, didn't start out that way, but all the little additions, I think, oh, well, that fits in. I really, really liked how the page turned out. Even adding some little words here, giggles, because some stories will make you laugh, and it's such entertainment. It's such entertainment for children, for adults, for anybody. I have been buying some books lately and doing a lot of reading, and I think that's kind of what came out here. Books that I've been meaning to read for a long time. So, And this is all about a little coupon thing where you go to have adventures in Canada. And I thought, that's another thing that just fits in with the theme here. Reading is an adventure. You have adventures. Even if you're reliving other people's adventures. Anyway, I ended up putting it behind the card. I didn't want to block the card in any way. And it's kind of nice when you pull out the card to find something behind it. So, all these little tiny, tiny, tiny little details that really are insignificant, but it just makes it nice for me. I love making pages like this. I love working intuitively and just seeing what I can come up with when I have a pile of ephemera. What do I do with it? How do I put it together? What's it going to turn out like? It's an adventure in itself. I had written that little bit of journaling there in pencil, so I decided it really needed to be darkened, and so I went over it in ink. It stands out a little bit better, and it also won't rub away. So I was pretty happy with that. It didn't look too bad. It didn't get too blurry. But again, this is a journal for me, so I know what I know what I do. But I was pretty happy with the pages. And there we go, the little entertainment. I always like to outline just so the words will stand out just a little bit. Usually, as I'm outlining, I'm crossing over and have to figure out a way to blend that in. This one seemed to be fine. So, I think that's the page. I don't think I added anything more. And there's still room for more ephemera later on when I want to add things. So anyway, that's it. And I just want to thank you for watching and hope you like the page. You guys take care. So glad that you were watching. Leave a comment. Be awfully nice. Bye-bye.